won't get these joints out here. I got money, so they put it in the bag. I'm pulling off all the tags and pulling off in the jag. Fuck being broke, cause broke niggas is mad. Get a job with your broke ass and get it out the hoe's ass. I go fast when I'm riding through the city lights. I'm from the Bay, West Coast, with your city like new nice fresh jeans and a snapback.
Hey tribe, welcome back to my channel. I'm a vibe, you a vibe, we should vibe, so you should what? You should like, comment, share, and subscribe, but only if you want to, 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 only if you want to. If you're watching, that's really all I appreciate. Everything else is extra, and if you do so, I greatly appreciate it. If you want the extra juicy tea, go ahead and click the link down in my description below to join my membership. I am going to be dropping a little exclusive vlog. I know I keep saying it, and I'm going to keep saying it because I'm going to do it. Like, just bear with me. Also, if you guys want to go into if y'all want to get access to my Patreon, y'all already know what y'all got to do. Y'all got to DM me on Instagram and or TikTok, and I need to verify that you a real person and that you a real tribe member and you not no op. If you ain't got no pictures, if I can't recognize you from being on my lives and in my comments and all of that, I'm sorry, you can't get in. You can't get, like, this is real exclusive. It's gonna be real good, juicy stuff in there. This is real exclusive. So I'm sorry if I can't verify who you are and see that you're a real person and see that you're not an op. You can't get in. Or you need to tell me something from a story time or something so that I could be like, okay, you be here. You know me. We here. We locked in. Yeah, because I know it's an op-ass bitch out there who want to get up in there so she could be nosy, so she can see what I got up going up over there, so she can go and run it back. No, ho. Y'all, so I've been contemplating on like 3 story times I want to tell because like I like to tell story times that's really on my brain if it's not in my planned schedule. So I don't know, I'm rambling. So I don't know, like, okay, I'm gonna give y'all one from the apartments because I know y'all want one from the apartments. So okay, y'all, so this story time gonna have my cousin, but that's not my cousin, but she kind of is my cousin, but that's my little cousin's mama. So she's not really blood cousin, but y'all know how that be in the black community. Like, if they around and they related, they your cousin. Like, it's that the math, that's black people math. 1 + 1 = 3 sometimes in black people math. So this gonna involve my cousin Keita. We gonna call the guy that's involved in this story, we gonna call him him. No, I can't call him him. We gonna call him old school. Yeah. We just that's just what it's gonna be. Okay, y'all. So this story so y'all, at this time when all this stuff was like going down in the apartment, y'all, I was in like my mid-20s. Yeah, I was in like my mid-20s. I don't know how old I was. I can't remember, but I know I was in my mid-20s. So one day I'm kicking it with my cousin Keita. We watching Power in the house. At this specific time, I would blow down the house a little bit. She blew down the house a little bit. So sometimes when we would get together, we would just blow down the house a little bit, but we really would just have drinks and stuff. So we at her house, we blew down the house. Oh, and this is editing me. Make sure y'all hype up this video, and make sure y'all drop a wine glass in the chat so I know y'all here and in attendance, and y'all want me to keep posting story times because I don't know, my views on my story times is dropping. So what y'all want? Y'all don't want no more story times? Y'all just want me to go live? I'll do that. We can just go live. But if y'all want I don't know. I don't want to sit down and be recording for hours and editing for hours, and y'all don't want to see no more story times. If y'all like me going live and just doing that, and that's what we could do. Y'all let me know. Y'all gonna if y'all drop a wine glass in the chat, y'all letting me know y'all rocking with the story time and y'all want me to push this shit out. I'm just saying. Yeah. We at her house. We blew down the house a little bit, and we having our little drinks, and we watching Power. So power go off and we just getting to talking. I'm telling her about the situation that I had going on with Cray Cray and all that, because at the time I was still sort of kind of dealing with Cray Cray. This is when me and him was like coming to the end of our little relationship that we had going on. So I was just telling her all about it. She was telling me about the situation with her and my cousin and some of her exes and stuff like that. So, you know, we just having girl time, girl talk. Don't mind how I'm dressed, y'all. I'm fresh off work. And I said I need to sit down and record because I didn't get to record at work because we're moving buildings and it's just a lot of stuff going on. So just bear with me. So yeah, fresh off work, recording, and then after this, I gotta go run to the grocery store and go grocery shopping. Then I gotta come back home, and then I gotta make this mac and cheese and greens for my work potluck tomorrow. So it's gonna be a long night for me. So I said, let me record a story time so then I can edit while I'm doing that. Okay. So yeah, so anywho, y'all, we just gossiping like girls do. We just talking and telling each other, you know, about our past relationships and what we've been through and stuff. So as we talking, she like, girl, I know like a perfect dude for you. I'm like, who? What he look like? Because at this time, this is when I was coming out of my phase and not really liking the light skins. I was on brown skins, dark skins, which I still am. Don't get me wrong. I'm not against dating a light skinned man, but it's not like the brown skin chocolate men. They got me. Like, I don't know. They just, I don't know. It's really my baby daddy. My baby daddy really made me not like light skinned men. I ain't even gonna lie. But anywho, I'm rambling. So yeah, she like, I know the perfect dude for you. I'm like, who? How old is he? What do he look like? She was like, he light skin, he got dreads, like he not big, but like, you know, he got that on him. I'm like, okay. She like, yeah, he got hazel eyes, he grown, he got his own spot, he actually living here. Well, he got 2 spots and one of his spots is in here. He got a place here and he got a place in Upland. I'm like, uh-oh. I ain't seen no man up in here that look how you describe him. She's like, that's crazy because he lived real close to you. Like how our apartments was set up, like I can't explain it unless I like showed y'all a map. But say my apartment was here, he lived all the way down, like, but on like the same, you know what I mean? Like walkway, driveway, whatever you want to call it. He lived just like down. So she telling me that. I'm like, girl, I ain't seen him. You lying. Like, ain't no man up in here that look like that. Because if I would have seen him, me and him would have locked eyes. We would have been communicating. I wouldn't have missed that. Because, like I said, I'm not really into the light skins, but it's certain light skins that, like, I'll look. And then it's like, for me, or like a light skinned man, you got to have a particular look and you got to talk a certain way. And if you look and talk a certain way, we can tango. You know what I mean? We can talk. Not like, hunch, oh my God. I don't know why people just think I'm just this nympho. Everything I say or anything, it's like, oh, she had to have hunched and she had to have. Y'all. If I hunched somebody, I would say I hunched them. Like, I'm grown as hell. Okay, I'm tired of people always coming to me like, oh, you told a story. You must have hunched that man. Anywho, y'all. So I'm just like, girl, nah, you lying. So she like, nah, like, watch. One day, I'm going to set something up with y'all. So, okay, cool. That day go on. The next day come, y'all. Mind y'all, this is at a time where I'm not working. This happened before. I don't know if this happened before or after the vid, but I know I was not. This happened before the vid. I think this happened when I just wasn't working at my job for a summer. Because this was at the time where I had wrecked my blue truck I had, and I didn't have a car, or I had got that black car. If y'all didn't watch the car series, like a car mobile, go watch that. It's a playlist, the car series, so y'all can hear about me and all the cars and everything that I went through with a car and all that crazy stuff. But I know this had to happen during the summertime. So anywho, y'all. So the next day, me and her kicking in, and she was like, "Oh, you want to come with me to go run some errands? My OG is gonna take me around to run some errands." So I'm like, "Okay, cool. I ain't tripping." Her son was off somewhere. My son was probably, if not with his dad, with his grandma at martial arts practice, or playing with his friends in apartments, or he could have been with Stacy and her daughter Justina. So I'm like, okay, cool, girl. I'm not doing nothing. Let's go. So we ride around with her OG. Her OG is an older lady, hella cool. We riding around, we going to stores, we going, just doing a bunch of stuff, grocery shopping, going up into Walmart, going into Target. We went into Ross. We just walking around having a girls' day talking. Her OG was cool as hell, player ass lady. You know what I'm saying? She like one of them OGs who had lots of knowledge, lots of game to give you. Again, like I'm telling y'all, I was in my mid 20s at this time. I probably was like, I probably was like 25, mid 20, 25, 26. And if y'all don't know, outside of the relationship with my baby daddy, Cray Cray was at that time, the only other guy I had dealt with as a grown up. Like I had dated other guys. Y'all know I was talking to Devin and stuff like that. But like serious, Cray Cray was the second guy as an adult I had experienced a relationship with. So I was still like learning about adult relationships and how grown men really act and operate and how they manipulate you and this, da, 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 da. So she just giving us game and stuff, and she just telling us how these men be moving and operating, and I'm just soaking it up. Like, okay, like OG making it make sense. Like dudes really be doing this, they be saying this. Oh, that's what this means. That's what that means. I'm like, okay, she a player ass OG. Mind you, clean ass OG. Fitted down. She had designer on. I don't know what designer she had on at the time. I can't remember, but dressed real nice. Nice ass bands, jewelry, Chanel bag, real bougie. You feel me? Like, you feel me? Mind you, she was from Oakland. So anywho, y'all, we riding around with her. She getting us little stuff at the store. She was like real cool, real player. So on our way back, she was like, oh, okay, because my cousin Keita, she lived in the front. I lived in the back of the apartments. And then the OG lady, she lived in the apartments too. So she was like, when we pull up in here, let me stop by my son's spot, and then I'll bring you back up here, Keita, to let your stuff out. So Keita was like, nah, like you can let me and Shayla out first, so you don't have to be like driving back and forth. And she was just like, nah, it's cool. I want Shayla to meet my son. And so Keita was like, oh, okay, yeah. So I'm like, okay, you know her son too? Like, yeah. She was like, it's the guy I was telling you about. I'm like, oh, okay. I like OG. Okay, cool. She was a real pretty OG lady. Like I said, fitted down with designer, nice bands, Chanel bag. Like, so I'm like, okay, cool. So we get to my apartments, we ride to the back. I'm saying, okay, where her son, because like her son did not live together, but their apartments was both in the back. And my apartment was in the back as well. So anywho, y'all, we ride to the back. Her son come out. He come to the car. I'm looking. I'm like, oh, that's my type. That's my type. Y'all, he was the light skin, but not like light skin. He was like that shade right above brown skin, but not yellow, bright light skin. I don't like, he had that tan, like that henna tan, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to describe it, but he wasn't like super light skin, but he was not brown. Like I'm brown skin, and people already say I'm light skin, and I don't see light skin. I see totally caramel, honey, golden, sun kissed brown goddess. You know what I'm saying? The man was fine, y'all. He had that, like, he wasn't he wasn't like muscular, but husky. That's my word for like, y'all. Like built like a football player, but not like the super yoked up ones. Real husky, tall, nice dress to the back, gray hazel eyes, tatted up. Ooh, that was fun. I was like, like, oh yeah, that's the type I like. So, anywho, y'all, I'm staring him down from the back seat. I'm just like, damn, like him and his mama chopping it up. Whoop, he passed her some stuff. I don't know. I wasn't even paying attention. I don't know if it was Trisky's money, what. I just know they was talking. He passed her some stuff, whatever. Then he was like looking through the window. He see Kita. He like, what's up, Kita? And then he was like, who that in the bag? 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 Me. Hello, that's me. So I'm just like, I'm trying not to smile. Mind y'all, this was right before I got my braces, and I know I've had my braces for a long time. If y'all don't know, I had got my braces. My first orthodontist messed up my teeth. Stopped going to them. Didn't go see an orthodontist for a long time. Then I switched to a new orthodontist. Boom! I had to start all over. I should be getting off my braces by March next year for sure. Because y'all, sometimes I don't be going into my appointments. That's why it's prolonging. But hopefully by my birthday, I'm hoping to have my braces off. I'm tired of them. They just be fucking up my lips. So anywho, y'all. So I'm in the back just teasing. He like, who you is, little mama? I'm like, oh, my name's Shayla. I'm like, I'm like, oh, my name's Shayla. What's your name? He like, OG. I'm like, okay, OG, like, okay, nice to meet you. I'm like, that's crazy. You live back here. I live back here. I never seen you before. He was like, I ain't never seen you either. I'm like, yeah, that's crazy. And I'm like, y'all just moved back here or something? They're like, nah, we been back here for like some months. I'm like, oh, okay. Mind y'all, this was at the beginning of me really like hanging outside in apartments with the other apartment moms. So I'm gonna say this was just like a couple of months in me really getting to know Kita and hanging out with her and stuff. So it's like and then before that I had a car. I wasn't really going out, I was just out, work home at that time, work home. So it was like I wasn't walking around the apartments or nothing like that. I didn't know a lot of people in my apartments until I started walking around, and I didn't have my car, or I had that black car, and I would not drive that black car unless I really had to, because it was really a bucket for real. But anywho, so, we just flirting, talking back and forth, whatever. I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to see you around. He like, yeah, I'm for sure going to see you around. So I'm like, okay, yeah, so, yes. Again, I was still on and off dealing with Cray Cray, but at this time, me and Cray Cray, we weren't hunching no more. It was just too much allegations, too much going on. And after I had found out, I gotta tell that story time when him and his ex got in a fight while I was on the phone. I need to tell that story time. I swear I be thinking like, damn, what story times I want to tell. And if I'm running out of story times, this is why I need to get back into doing story times, because as I start talking, stuff be popping into my head. And I'll be like, oh yeah, I need to tell that. So anywho, y'all, I ain't want to do it with him no more, but we would still talk and kick it and stuff like that. We just wasn't doing the hoochie coochie, and or if we did do stuff, he would just like, eat me out and then go about his day. Because it was like, I'm not doing that with you. Anywho, y'all, her son go in the house, and I'm just like crushing, like, ooh, damn, like, and he was grown, y'all. So I'm like, yeah, I'm fucking with him. Mind you, if y'all don't know, Cray Cray was older than me too. So if I was like 24, 25, 26 at that time, I think Cray Cray was like 3-4 years older than me. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So anywho, we go, the OG mama took us back to Kita house. We got our little stuff out the car. I stayed at Kita house and I'm just like, Kita, like, ooh, I like OG. She like, girl, I told you. I was like, yeah, sprinkle me, like, yes, cousin. So I'm just like, how long they been living back here? She like, probably like 8-9 months. They been here for a minute, but I know OG mama, I already knew her, but they had just moved over here. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I'm asking her, like, girl, do he got a baby mama? Do he got a girlfriend? Like, that man is fine. It looked like somebody out there don't play about him. You know what I'm saying? It looked like even if he not with somebody with him, like, what is the tea for real? Like, please tell me, because that man is fine. And I want to talk to him. She like, nah, girl, he ain't got no kids. He's single. I'm like, oh, no kids. Y'all want to know what's so crazy? I don't fuck with niggas with kids, bro. I really don't. Triple was the only nigga I really fuck with and I really fucked with that had kids. And that was, see how that turned out. But, so I don't know how I just get lucky with these men who don't have kids, bro. Like, I just get blessed. I don't know, but then really they be evil people. But let's continue on. So I'm just like, yeah, he ain't got no kid. He's single. He live right here. His mama a fly ass OG, which means he probably like he got money. He not broke. He not, I'm like, yeah, this my speed right here. So anywho, we hang out that day. We finish the rest of that day. I go home. Like 2 days later, y'all, I'm like, okay, this is when I start really like, yeah, I'm finna be walking around. I would just like walk back and forth to the store, or if Dylan would be outside at the pool or something, I'm just go walk. I'm get real cute, go outside, walk around, check on Dylan or check on him at the pool, go find him. I would just walk the fuck around. Sometimes I just take little walks. Okay. Yeah. So like I said, a couple days later had passed and I'm just outside walking around, listening to music on my phone, and I see OG. So I'm walking and I see him, because mind you, like coming out my apartment, you can go multiple ways to go different places, but I was finna go this way to like where the pool in the front was. He lived this way. So if I'm here, okay, you can walk and then there's like a split. I was gonna go this way, but he lives this way. So I see him like coming down his stairs because he lived upstairs. So I start walking that way instead of this way because I could get to the pool and the front pool either way. So I started walking that way. I'm like, yeah. And y'all, this was at the time where I had just got weight on me. I just started getting thickalicious, okay? So it's like, it was there, bitch. Ass was there, stomach was flat, body was T. I need to get back to that. But yeah, so I'm just walking. I think I had this like curly bob going on. It was so cute. It looked so cute on me. I'm walking, he walking down his stairs. He like, what's up, Shayla? And I was like, oh, you remember my name? I'm like, what's up, OG? He like, oh, you remember my name? I'm like, yeah. I was like, I ain't gonna forget your name. He like, oh, okay. He like, come here, let me holler at you. So I'm like, oh, I was finna go walk to the store. He like, man, I'll take you to the store. Like, come here. So anywho, I walk up on him. He like, get in. Y'all, he had this nice ass Jeep. Nice ass Jeep. Nice rims on it. Decked out. Real cute. I don't know what year kind of Jeep. I just know it was a nice ass Jeep. So I get in the car with him. And he started rolling up. He like, you smoke? I'm like, I smoke a little bit. I don't really smoke too much, but I hit it a couple times. He's like, all right, cool. So y'all, we just sitting in the car talking. He put on some music. He throw on that early 90s, 2000 R&B. I'm like, oh, this about to be my nigga. Like, yeah. So when he put that kind of music on, I just already in my head assume like he gotta be like 30 or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, even like, it's just y'all know what I mean. Like, it's a certain type of nigga who gonna put that on versus like hood music or just like current music. You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, yeah, this my type of nigga right here. Like, I love a nigga who gonna throw on that 90s R&B, early 2000s. Like, yeah, like, you're my type of nigga. So anywho, y'all, we in the car, we talking, he rolling up and stuff. He just asking me questions about myself, like how long I lived here, how old am I, do I got kids? I'm answering all that. I'm like, at that time, y'all had been living there for like 6, 7 years, 8 years, maybe. I don't know, some years. I'm like, yeah, I got a son. I just got one kid. I'm single, being single. You know, I work, but I'm not working right now. This had to be the summer I chose not to. That y'all notice the story time I told y'all were cray. I don't know. I just know I think this was the summer where I actually took time off from work. I did not work that summer. I don't think this was during Covina yet. I think Covina was the year after. I don't know. All I know is I wasn't working. So anywho, but I did have a job. You know, I wasn't like, this had to be, I don't know, y'all. Let me stop rambling. Anywho, I basically was explaining to him what I used to do before, what I did for work. I'm like, I work, I'm tech support for state testing. You know, we tech support for all the schools that in the state of California that do the state testing. I'm just explaining all that to him and stuff like that. He just like, oh, that's sexy. Like, you got a real job. I ain't never heard no girl have a job like that. Ooh, ooh. I'm telling him about it and like what we do and da da da. So I start asking him about him. Like, do you got kids? How old is you? He was like, oh, I'm 30. I'm like, 30. I'm like, okay, you real grown. What you do for work? He was like, you know, when a nigga say he get money, that nigga get money. You know what I mean? You don't know how he get his money. You just know it's not probably all the way 100 legit. I don't know. He just said, you know, I get money. And I just left it at that. Like, if a nigga don't want to elaborate, I don't ask. Because obviously 9 times out of 10 is not legit. Like, whatever. So anywho, we just having that conversation. He telling me he ain't got no kids or nothing like that. I'm just like, damn, like looking at him like, you this fine. You got all this going on for yourself and you ain't got no kids. Oh my God, yes. So yeah, y'all, we chilled in a car for like an hour just talking. The vibes was cool. We laughing. He had jokes. I'm laughing. I'm cracking him up. I'm just like, yeah, this finna be my little yeah. Like, this finna be my boo for real. He live right here. So he took me to the store. Mind y'all, I wasn't even going to the store, but we ended up going to the store. He took me to the store. He came in the store with me. He had got him some stuff out the store, some woods and stuff like that. And I had picked me out some snacks, some to drink and stuff. Got dealing some little shit. He was just like, get whatever you want. I love being with a nigga like that. Like that just let me know what type of nigga a nigga is. When you go into a store with a nigga and he say, get what you want. That's my type. 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 Like, that's my type. Like, I just love when a man say, get what you want. Like, So I go, like I said, I'm just getting a bunch of stuff in the store. He paid for it. I'm like, yes. And this, like, the nigga pull out cash. And it wasn't like you know how some niggas, like, pull out cash to, like, try to be flashy. Like, they just, nah, it wasn't like that. He just pulled out, but he did have a couple, you know, you could tell he had money. So he paid for the stuff. We get back in the car. We ride back over to the apartments and he parked. And, you know, me and him just talked for a little bit. He was just like, you know, take my number down and, you know, we gonna get together again. I'm about to bust some moves and stuff. He was just like, you know, like when I hit your phone, answer. I'm like, ooh. Yes, you ain't gotta worry about that, Mookie Bear. Like, when you call, I come running, baby. So yeah, y'all, I get out the car and I'm just cheesing. I'm like, yeah, my God. Oh, and then he had gave me, because we didn't smoke the whole tree skis we had. So he had gave me the like half that was left. So I go in the house, y'all. I'm chilling. I think Dylan was outside with his friends. I just text Dylan. I was No, I walked to the pool, gave Dylan his little snacks, and then I walked to the house. Went in the house, was chilling, watching TV, smoked a little bit of the little y'all know at this time I was on wine real bad. I was sipping my little wine, feeling good. I'm just like, yeah. I doze off. I wake up and I had got a text for him and was like, when I come back, if you up, like, let's kick it again. So I'm like, all right, cool. So he come back around like 8, 9. Mind you, it's summertime, so it's still pretty much daytime outside. It's not dark all the time. It's not dark all the way. So when I had woke up, I'm like, all right, cool. So I get in the shower, I change, freshen up or whatever. He get there, he like, all right, come outside, y'all. Get in the car with him, and we just riding around. We just talking, listening to music, we vibing, everything cool. Like, I was really fucking with him. So he just asking me, what kind of stuff I'm into, the things I like doing. Do I be traveling? I'm just telling him about, giving him a summary of my life experience and where I had traveled to at that time and things I've experienced, and just telling him about myself or whatever. And I kept asking him, like, don't be lying. You ain't got no girlfriend, right? He like, nah, I ain't got no girlfriend. I ain't got no baby mama. I ain't got none of that. I'm like, all right, cool. He sounded, he was very sincere about it, so. After that, y'all, we wouldn't kick it like every day, even though we lived by each other. I wanted to, but I didn't want to come off as like super clingy, thirsty, all that, because I had just got done doing all that with Cray Cray, and I didn't like how that made me feel. Like, I ain't even gonna lie, y'all. Cray Cray had me tweaking, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I went outside with Cray Cray. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I will really be begging this man to like, never again. Anywho, so a couple weeks going by, like me and him locked in. I'm like, yeah, me and him, this gonna be my boyfriend. So one day I'm kicking it with Keita. We at her house, and she was asking me, was I still talking to old school? Because I was kind of keeping it on the low, because I didn't really want to tell Keita, because I know her and Stacy, they was really cool. And I felt like, I didn't want her telling Stacy my business, because like I said, I was at this particular time, I was more close with Keita than Stacy. I didn't like get really cool with Stacy yet. I had got really cool with Stacy after this situation. So I don't know. I was just I wasn't really telling her shit, but this specific day she asked me, and I was just like, girl, we cool. Like, he cool as hell. Me and him be kicking it. Everything been cool. So she was like, oh, okay, let's go over to his mama house. She want to give me some stuff. So we walk over to his mama house. We go in her house. Her house was like, her apartment was set up like so nice. It was so clean. It smelled so fresh. Like, she had like brand new, everything looked brand new. Like, she was one of them OGs. She had the plastic on the couch, like hella shit, the white couch and all that. Like, her place was so nice. So we over there kicking it and we chilling. This girl comes over. So the girl come over, she calling her mama. So I'm automatically assuming like this her daughter or somebody she's really close to be calling her mama. She telling, like, mind you, I'm sitting in the living room, I'm on the couch, Keita on the couch, we all in there talking. The girl come knocks on the door. OG mama open the door. She like, oh, hey, girl. She like, hey, mama, woo, woo. She come in the house. She introduced her. Like, she saying, hey, what's up, y'all? I'm like, oh, hey, what's up? She manners. Okay, cool. So she come up in there. She talking to OG in the kitchen. And then she leaves. I don't think nothing of it. I'm just like, okay, this must be her daughter or something. I don't know. I'm not all in these people's business like that. Shit. Like I said, at this time, I was just really getting to know Keita for real. It wasn't like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to be prying into people's business if they're not going to tell me. I didn't really care that deep. Just like, shit, whatever. So we all in the room, we talking and stuff. Keita was like, damn, she still be coming around here. So I'm like, antenna start antennaing. I'm like, what's tea? Like, what she mean? Will she still be coming around here? So she like, yeah, you know, that's my daughter, but you know, it is what it is. Whatever happened, that ain't got nothing to do with me. So I don't get into my kids' shit. So I'm thinking she's just talking regular. I'm not thinking nothing of it, y'all. I'm just thinking like, oh shit, maybe some shit happened with her daughter, her kids. I don't know. I didn't even know how many kids she did have. I don't even think I asked him how many siblings he had. I was asking him everything else but that. So that day go on. Me and OG had went on a date, y'all. We had went to San Francisco. We had went to the pier, y'all. It was so nice. And at this time, I wasn't used to a guy actually wanting and like asking me out on a date and treating me nice, y'all. He had great manners, like open the door type of dude, whatever you want type of dude, wherever you want to go, like shit like that. Like he was such a gentleman. Like we vibe so much. But so yeah, we in San Francisco, we at the pier, we walking around, he asking me where I want to go eat. And I'm like, the only restaurant I ever had ate at the pier at that time, I think was Bubble Gumps. But there's like other restaurants and or the little place where you can get like hot chocolate and stuff. So we walking around. I'm just like, wherever you want to eat, I don't mind. The only restaurant I know over here is Bubble Gumps. And he was just like, oh, okay, we can go eat there. I like Bubba's. So before we go sit down to eat, we just walking around the pier, y'all. We was taking pictures, y'all. I'm so mad I don't have those pictures. Do I? If I still got some of them pictures, I might post it up and like crop out his face. But we taking pictures and we kissing and stuff, y'all. I'm just like, okay, this really about to be my boo. Like he's so kind, he's so gentle. You know, I'm thinking everything is good. I'm not thinking nothing in the world. So after we get done walking around and going into little places, we sit down and eat, and we just really talking. And I'm just asking him like, so what is your intentions with me? Like, is we fucking with each other, or like what's your intentions? You trying to make me your girl eventually, or this is just like a little fling? Are you trying to just get in my pants or something? Because at this point, y'all, he wasn't trying to get in my pants or anything like that. Like he would do like little flirty stuff, or if we would hug and you know he hugged me from the back, you know, he made sure I felt that dang poking shit like that, you feel me? Might grab a little boob, like if we driving, grab a little thigh, grab fat ma. But like he ain't tried nothing like of course, we talked a little, you know, risque, you know, but like it wasn't like he was trying to like F me or nothing like that. So he was just like, I ain't gonna lie, I can see my future with you. You got a good head on your shoulders. You don't seem like you in no drama. Like I can see me and you really being in a relationship in the future. So I'm like, okay, cool. So we sit, we have dinner, everything cool. We ride back to the our apartments. We sit in the car, we just talking and laughing for hours, y'all. Next thing I know, y'all, we sit in the car. I'm actually thinking we probably might get it on and cracking. Like it was just we was drinking, we was smoking, we just had a good day. I'm gonna say at this time maybe like a month or so had passed. I know it was a couple of weeks. It was like a month or two passed. So I'm like, hot and bothered. Like, this man is so fine. I'm like, yeah. So we in the car, we loaded, we laughing, we talking, and you know, we kissing and stuff, and it's getting to that like point where like, you hear me? What we doing? We gonna do it right here in the car. You gonna go to your place, because again, he ain't no kids, you live by himself. Of course, he wasn't gonna come to my house, I have my kid. But yeah, so we just I'm thinking we finna get it on and crack it. Next thing I know, bitch, I got scared. I said, oh. I don't know. Because mind you, I'm in the passenger seat. He in the driver's seat. I'm like linked over, kissing on him, like all up on him. Ooh. I'm not like on him, but I'm like linked over on him. And then boom, boom, boom. Now I got the window. The knock's at my window though. So I'm like, oh. So I sit back in my seat. I'm like, oh. Mind you, he got stupid tents. Like, you can't see in the damn car, but you probably know somebody in the car because we listening to music. You can hear music playing. And you probably could see the like steam and shit on the window because it was getting real hot, steamy up in there. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I sit back and I look. It's a bitch. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Like, who the fuck is this? Like, maybe it's somebody he knew. I didn't know if he was a street pharmacist or what. So I'm thinking maybe like it's somebody he be serving and they see him in the car. They might want some. I don't know. Maybe somebody he know in the apartments. I don't know. The girl didn't look familiar to me. So he look. Cause I'm looking, he looking. I'm like, you know who that is? I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you know who that is? He like, man, this bitch. I'm like, oh, hold on. In my head, I'm like, I hope this ain't his bitch. Like, I hope this not his bitch. Like, oh my God, like my dream man got a bitch. So I'm just like looking because it's like awkward. It's like a weird, like awkward situation. So he rolled down the window and he like, bitch, what you want? I'm like, oh, mind you, y'all, this whole time me and this boy been hanging out, he ain't talk like that. So, you know when you just hear a nigga just talking away, you ain't never heard him talk. I'm just like, oh, hold on. The what? What's tea, sweetie? So she like, oh, this the shit you want? This the bitch you fucking with? So I'm like, oh. And his hoe, like, what? This about to be my man, bitch. Who the fuck is you? Like, yeah, I'm the bitch. I am. Because I like him. He fine. And, you know. Yeah, so I'm just like, ooh. I'm like, oh, So he like, man, go on, move around. Don't be coming up to my car. Like, get the fuck on. So he rolls up the window. The girl just knocking at the window. So I'm just like, okay. So eventually the girl, she's just at the window. She's talking hella shit. Eventually, y'all, she walk off. So when she walk off, I'm just like in shock. Like, what's going on? Like, what the fuck? Who is this bitch? Y'all, as I'm sitting there and I'm just like thinking, you know, I'm sobering up a little bit. I'm like, I swear that look like the bitch that came to his mama house that one day. Right? I'm like, if my calculations is calculating, that's the bitch. That's the bitch. Like, 2 + 2 is equaling 4. Like, the girl came in, said, Mama Keita was like, this bitch look coming around. Whoop. I'm like, okay. So he let up the window. It's awkward in the car. We ain't saying nothing. And I'm just like, okay, well, I'm about to go. He like, nah, like, I don't want you to think it is what it is. I don't fuck with her no more. I don't know why she's still coming around. She always come to my mama house, come to my car, woo, woo, coming to my door. I don't fuck with her. I'm like, I know what that means. This your bitch. Or something, because this is the same shit that Craig Hurt was doing, telling me that his ex wasn't his ex, and they were telling me he didn't fuck with his ex whole time. He was still fucking with his ex, and she was coming around, and I don't know. It was just So I'm just like, nah, it's cool. You feel me? You can go figure that out. Like, I'm cool. So I go home, and I was just thrown off, y'all. I didn't talk to him for a couple days, so. One day, I'm kicking it with Keita, and I'm telling her, I'm like, bitch, why the fuck didn't you tell me that the bitch who came in was OG bitch? She like, I didn't think they fuck with each other no more, so I didn't think it was something I needed to tell you. I'm just like, you didn't think you needed to tell me that a bitch that walked in a nigga house that I'm talking to was his bitch, ex-bitch, and I don't give a damn. They fucked around. They was together. Like, what? That's crazy. So she just like, I didn't think it was something I needed to tell you. And then again, like, she not my friend, so I can get where she coming from, but I would have told her. If it was me and I had put her on, I would have told her. But anywho, y'all, the reason why I started feeling some type of way about Keita, like, as we was talking about the situation, she was just like, yeah, I don't know why that bitch still coming around. I don't fuck with that bitch. I know that bitch stole some shit out my house. Woo, woo, woo. Like, she a shady ass bitch. What you mean? You think she stole some shit out your house? You know this bitch? I'm thinking like you just know this bitch because like you be around OG and this girl used to mess around. I mean, you be at OG mama house, you know OG mama, and you be around, so you know that this is OG, one of his little girlfriends or something like that. I hope that's making sense. I hope y'all not confused. So it sounded like you know her because she was in your house because you accusing her of stealing at your damn house. So I'm like, you know her? She like, yeah, me and her used to be cool. I'm the one who put her on OG. But then she kept like talking about the situation, about how she feel like this girl stole out her house. She was like, yeah, because one day she at my house and some money in my weed came up missing and wasn't nobody else in my house and I know it was this bitch. And when I asked her about it, she tried to act like she didn't know what I was talking about. I'm like, wait, I don't give a fuck. Rewind. This was your partner? Like, I don't know, y'all. That just threw me off because it's just like certain stuff like that just kind of like turn me off of people. That mean if I stop messing with him, you get another friend, you gonna put him on. I don't know. I don't know. At the time, y'all, I wasn't feeling that. So I was just like, oh, that's crazy. I was like, oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. She like, what's crazy? What's crazy? I'm just like, that was your partner and you put him on to her. And now you putting me on to him. And then this girl popped up at his mama house. And then you didn't think at all to tell me that this was your partner and they used to mess around. I'm just like, that's different. I'm like, I don't know. Like, if it was me, I would have told my friend. And then we calling each other cousin and stuff. And like I'm saying, at this time, I was just getting to know Keita, but we was hanging out a lot. Me, her, Stacy, and some of the other moms, like, we was hanging out a lot. And I'm considering you like my cousin, you feel me? So I'm looking at you like, damn, like, ooh, So we kind of getting like a little back and forth because I'm just like, I don't think that's cool. Like, that's weird. Why wouldn't you tell me? Like, you should have told me. That's some shit you should have told me. She was just like, I just don't feel like I had to tell you. I don't feel like that was something necessary to tell you. And I'm like, well, it's very necessary because me and him hanging out and she popping up and she banging on. I'm telling her the whole little situation that had happened in the car. And she just like, oh, well, that shit ain't got nothing to do with me. That don't got nothing to do with me. And I'm just like, yeah, it don't have nothing to do with you. But it would have been nice if you would have like gave me a heads up that this was a girl that he used to mess with and that this was your friend and you the one who put your friend on him. Like anywho, y'all. So I leave her house. I'm like, whatever, girl. Like, I'm about to go home. So I go home, y'all, and I'm just like, damn, like, I really like him. Like, do I want to talk to him? Do I not? Like, I just got out of like, well, I'm still kind of in it, but I'm just was in a toxic situation with Cray Cray. And do I want to enter another situation like that? Like, I just don't know if I'm ready for that. So like another day had passed and, you know, he called me up and he just like, man, what you want? Why you ignoring me? Why you not texting me back? Why you not responding to my calls? And I'm just like, man, I just like really threw me off. And I'm just telling him like, you know, I just was kind of telling you about my rocky situation with the crazy nigga I was dating. And I don't want to be in another situation where I got to worry about another female. Like, I know how this shit go. Like, man, y'all eventually give in. The girl was pretty. She had a body, you know. I don't know her personality or nothing like that, but he was telling me that he was in his last relationship, you know what I'm saying, and all that. So I'm just like, shit, and it seemed like the bitch live around here. Like, I'm just like, it's just, I don't know, that just seemed like a little messy situation. So he sweet talked me. We ended up talking, y'all, and we did talk for a minute. Like, things was going so smooth, y'all, and I think he was really ready to call, like, you know, call things on between me and him as being boyfriend and girlfriend. And I don't know what happened, y'all, but Cray started winning me back. I know it sounds crazy. I don't know, y'all, but me and the dude, we talked for a while, and the girlfriend, she would do weird stuff, but she never walked up on us or popped back up like that. Like, I would see her walking around and she would just like mug me and shit like that, but she ain't never like said nothing directly to me or anything like that. Like, me and him did have like a cool thing going on. Cray started popping back up and trying to do right by me and all that, because at this time is when I was telling him like, oh, I'm not fucking with you, I'm finna start talking to other people, whoa, I'm not finna be putting up with your stuff. He started trying to do right by me, blah blah blah, and I was just like torn between the two. And then one day, y'all, I got a phone call from somebody in jail. I'm thinking it's my older brother, because if y'all don't know, my older brother, he be on us, he be in out of jail. I'm thinking it's a call from my older brother, y'all. Answered the phone. I hear the little da-da-da-da. You got a collect call. And why did it say OG? Y'all, oops. I damn near didn't even want to continue on. So, anywho, y'all, I do the little thing where you can take the collect call. He like, what's up, mama? I'm like, what's up? He like, man, a nigga down. I was like, damn. Yeah, like, me and him talked on the phone. He was just like, I ain't gonna lie to you. Type of shit I went down for. I'ma be damn. I said, damn. Really? He said, yeah, I'm gonna be doing some time. Like, if I think shit gonna go the way it's gonna go. So I'm like, damn. So we still talked for a little bit, and one day I was kicking it with Keita. Me and her kind of had got back cool because Keita started getting all mad and jealous. I started hanging out with Stacy, and she would be texting me like, oh, why you always trying to hang out with Stacy? You and Stacy trying to leave me out. You and her just be kicking it together, leaving me out. Whoop. So I'm just like, all right, you know, besides that little funny ass shit she did, like, you cool as hell. Like, all right, cool. So one day me and her was kicking it, and she was like, did you hear what happened with OG? I'm like, yeah, he called me from jail. Whoop. She like, yeah, girl, they had raided his house, tore everything up, ripped through everything, took all his shit, his money, his jewelry, everything. Like, they just raided his house and was just like taking hella shit. They raided his mama house, everything. So yeah, y'all, we talked for so long, but then me and Cray started our crazy cycle, and then I stopped answering his calls because Cray was coming around, and it was hard, like, you know, like, you ain't gonna be answering no jail call around your nigga or whatever. So eventually we did stop talking, and right before that, he had gave his mama hella money before he had went to jail, and she had bought like a brand new, because she lived in a 2-bedroom. She had bought like a new bed to like furnish her guest room and stuff like that. But when he had went to jail and stuff, she was moving, and she was like giving everything in her house away, y'all. And she was about to throw away that brand new mattress that she had got for her guest room. And I had seen it, y'all. I said, oh, that's me. I want that. Like, nice mattress, brand new, plastic still on it. Y'all, there was some Mexican man outside with a dolly. I said, hey, let me get that. Let me borrow that. Boom, y'all. They willed the I was about to will it by myself, but they willed it to my house, y'all, and I helped them pull my mattress upstairs, and that's how I got the mattress I got now. And I love this mattress, y'all. I think it's like a Serta or Tempur-Pedic. I don't know. It's a pillow top plush queen size mattress, y'all. My mattress is so fucking comfortable. Everyone who gets in my bed be like, Shelly, you got the most comfortable fucking bed ever. Like, they don't be wanting to get out the bed. My bed, like, my bed is, you gonna get comfortable, you gonna go to sleep. But that's how I got my mattress, y'all, and like a bunch of other stuff. And then, you know, eventually his mama moved out, but I had a conversation with his mom, and she didn't feel no type of way about me, but she was like, I really did hope you and my son last and y'all worked out. Like, I really liked you for him and wooty woo. But after so long, like, she was just like, yeah, but he gonna be down, he gonna do some time. And y'all, he did. I think he's still locked up till this day, y'all. But y'all, that was my we never even got to do the freak nasty or nothing. But I'm kind of glad we didn't, because then, I don't know, I probably would have been stuck on him, and then I would have been, what, fucking with a jail nigga? Oh, no. But then I got stuck with Cray Cray again. And then after that, delusional. And then, it was just too much. But anywho, y'all, that's one of another Apartment Chronicles. Y'all tell me if y'all think I was tripping, but I feel like Keita was weird for not telling me that OG ex-girlfriend was her partner and she put him on. Like, I thought that was weird. Like, I just was feeling like, girl, if you could do weird ass shit like that, what other weird ass shit could you do? Like, I don't know. Like, tell me if she was being weird or not. If y'all made it this far, in the chat, drop wine glass in the chat and a kissy face. So the wine glass and a kissy face, if you guys made it this far to the end of my video, and stay tuned for more story times to come. I'm really trying to have my travel vlogs out by December, y'all. Oh my gosh, if not in December. I know I keep telling y'all I'm about to drop those, but y'all gonna want to stay tuned for them travel vlogs I'm about to be dropping, because I'm about to be telling some little tea of what was going on during all them travel vlogs, which, you know, who may not be named, y'all. Yeah, so stay tuned, and y'all don't want to watch them travel vlogs. I love y'all. I'm a vibe, you a vibe, we should vibe. So you should what? You should like, comment, share, and subscribe, but only if you want to, 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 only if you want to. If you're watching, that's really all I appreciate. Everything else is extra, and if you do so, I greatly appreciate it. If you want that extra juicy tea, go ahead and click the link down in my description below to join my membership. And if you want that extra uncut, no filter, behind the scenes, the real, join or DM me on Instagram or TikTok to request for my Patreon. I love y'all, and I'm really trying to get back in the habit of recording and pushing out content. But I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I know it sounds crazy, but the situation when you know who may not be named, it really like affected me, and I'm really trying to understand why. But every time I feel like that chapter is closing, I don't know why I'm like, I don't know, y'all. That's the whole situation, everything. It just, I don't know. But I'm really trying to get back into just the flow of just doing what I do. Because at the end of the day, I gotta do what I need to do. And I need to do what I love. I need to do what makes me happy. And I need to pour into myself and get back to Shayla. And you get what I'm saying? So hopefully I can keep up this getting back into recording and posting consistently on all my platforms. I love y'all.